Game 2 of Virtus versus PowerPops, joined by myself, or not joined by, but with myself, Fatal Uno, and joined by Sean DeCon. Game 2, Sean, what do you
Game
think?
two.
What do you think PowerPops has to switch up? Anything, or you think you like their draft, their play style? What do you think they need to change up here to get a win?
Um, I'm not sure about that Minos pick, but then again, like I don't know, he didn't really get a chance to use it to his full potential. So maybe I don't know. I just feel like their draft was they just got out drafted a little bit. I did prefer Vertus's draft off the start with the Gene. I think Gene is just an incredible hero. For engage disengage, like it really turned that game around for them.
Yeah, she's
But
very strong. Just to throw it out there, guys. Everyone in chat, both on YouTube and Twitch. Heroes Evolved are gonna be doing some giveaways, so you guys should be pay attention to chat as well as the videos because we'll be possibly handing some out on stream as well, in the future during this whole tournament. So make sure you're looking out for those free skins, free heroes, and but yeah, let's get back into talking about Power Pops and Virtus. I agree. I think Jean is very strong. Her ultimate is basically just a huge benefit to your team, whether it's defensive or aggressive.
yeah, and I like how they rush the gargoyle's heart because if their carry is in trouble in that main fight, she can just pop that, and it allows their Vince to kite way better. He does get that speed burst, as well as if Gene can just drop the ult right on top of him. Like we saw two or three people dive the Vince and just try and kill him, but Gene drops her ult, drops the healing right on top, pops their gargoyle. He's able to kite and just like shred their lineup. So it was
Yep.
just really well played. I'm not really sure what Power Pops needs to do to come. Like I just think their
Oh, they're gonna
draft was a
ban
little bad.
Vince. That's what looks like what they're gonna try to do. Oh no, they do ban the
Yeah,
gene that we
yeah,
talked about, right? And Dragos comes out again from Virtus. They first banned it last game as well. So I just think it's a very strong hero. And now, like I mentioned before, it does have one of the highest win rates in the game. So, or sorry, in Asia. So I can see why. But Jean, I mean, you called it right. She was a huge factor in that last game, able to disengage her team. So I really
yeah.
like the
They
ban out.
instantly ban it.
Yeah, I like that. Freya banned again in Apollo. Apollo just, I mean, we saw in the European tournament, he was just a very strong pick in general, a frontliner, and Lunaria. So they do two counter bans here actually.
Ooh. So we are gonna see Esrath for the first time. He is a very strong hero.
This is
Um,
yeah.
yeah, we're gonna see him for the first time. He's basically an assassin, a melee assassin, but
Mhm.
his ulti is what really makes that hero shine. I don't know if you know what he does, but he can literally disable as many heroes as possible within a little AoE radius, and he
Yeah.
shoots them up in the air, and he does crit damage to them.
Yeah,
So
he throws him in the air. Aiden comes out here, very strong attack damage carry. I do like him. Maybe trying to put a. I mean, they didn't have a attack damage carry like. I mean, they did with Pyrus, but he wasn't full attack damage carry, considering a lot of his spells are magic damage. But Aiden, I think it's to counteract the Vince, right? To have that background, that long range. Pyrus kind of had to get in there. Aiden's able to stand back, right, and offer a little bit more of like snare and poke.
I'd like to see a Poseidon pick for Virtus here, because if they can land a 2 or 3 man Poseidon and chain that with an Esrath ult, that would
Well,
be
they do
insane.
they do get the Pandora ult here.
I, well, Minos could work too, actually. If Minos can pull
They have a
a
huge
decent amount.
wombo combo here if they do get the Minos. Minos pull into Pandora ultimate with Crystal Maiden dropping her ultimate and Esrath. It could be pretty big, but they do go with
Ooh,
Rockman. It's
Rockman.
the
That
first
that's
time I've seen Rockman.
that
And
that's really strange to me. They had a lot of picks that could synergize well with Esrath there,
I
because
agree.
that now Esrath, he doesn't really have too much setup unless Pandora lands an ult where they're all stacked on each other, which in this high level play, it's not too often that players stack on each other. So
Yeah, we never mentioned Power Pop, so I actually really like their lineup. We never mentioned Mikio, who was a very strong pick in EU, and as well as Guan Yu, who I really like. I really think he's very strong. He's a very good frontliner. He has those snares, those chains that bring people down. I think I'm preferring PowerPop's lineup in this one as much as I don't want to say it and think Virtus might be a better, team in general, but
Welcome to
I don't
Heroes
know.
Evolved.
I just have this weird feeling
Troops
that I just
deploy
really
in
like
5
PowerPop's lineup. They have a
seconds.
lot of engage, a lot of poke, a lot of
Troops
disengage.
have
Cleo
deployed.
can get in and out of fights very easily. I really like their lineup here.
Yeah, I'm probably favoring Power Pops as well. I was favoring Virtus until they picked the Rockman there. I find that's a very questionable pick, but
Yeah. Ooh, going in on bottom lane right away though, taking a lot of poke here, Mikio. That's not very good. Now he's not gonna put a lot of pressure, and he's gonna have to take a lot of damage from jungle camps. So very
yeah.
standard here. Ward's coming out to defend their jungle in the bottom lane for Virtus. In the top lane, Rockman looks like he's jungling. No, he's gonna be in lane with Aiden. So just helping out Aiden secure his farm. I think he's gonna start jungling though. Yeah, it would make sense for him to start jungling. Guan Yu seems to just be sitting by his dinosaurs. I don't know if he's gonna be taking those dinos or what's going on, but he should probably start them soon.
He might be DC'd here.
Is this the
He's
same
just
guy that was Minos? I think it might have been. Well,
yeah, it seems like he's been having some issues with his connection.
yeah. Okay, so pretty standard stuff coming out here. Um, Ezrath looks like he's in the jungle. He clears jungle pretty quickly, especially with this defense buff. He can actually go aggressive here if he wants. Um, because of this defense buff, it just offers him so much defense. So that's very hard for the other team to take him down if he does
Yeah,
go aggressive in the jungle.
He could just go right in and poke a little bit, and he'll
Yeah.
be fine.
Yeah. So Guan Yu does look like he may have DC, but he did fix it last game. So let's hope that he does fix it and doesn't become a big issue for them.
And look at Virtus; they're getting so much damage on.
Oh, and they jump in bottom lane. Oh, Vince
Yo.
does dash out. Aiden goes in, does land the snare onto. Oh, big jump in from Cleo, lands a two-man snare. Burnator jumps in. Can they drop? Try to turn this around. Crystal does drop her ultimate. Burnator dropping solo. Mikio dropping solo. Mikio did drop his Burnator lands a stun. He does stun away, or he does jump away. Sorry, did not land a stun. He landed a slow. Mikio did use his ult. Just outputted some damage. It dropped very, very low. Crystal got so low there as well. Good play
Yeah.
there from Aiden. Using
no one
his
actually
illusion.
died in that fight, so that was like
Yeah, no,
really
someone
good
did
fighting.
die.
Who died?
Vince died. They landed the snare
Oh,
onto
right.
Vince.
Vince died right off the start.
Yeah,
But
Cleopatra
I was
landed the
surprised
snare.
they didn't get more off that. There was so many people
Yeah.
that were low there.
It was a really
It's
good
really good
rotation
fight.
from Aiden, but they're gonna get this tower for free. Aiden can't defend it by himself. And I'm pretty impressed. PowerPops actually. Guan Yu looks like he's back. He was gonna TP, but like I was saying, Aiden used his illusion very well to kind of blink forward, or TP to his illusion, and
Yeah, he
get
was
the
able
snare
to
off.
get the binding arrow there.
Yeah. So that's good.
Really
So
good
Guan Yu's back.
rotations from both teams.
Yeah, it just turned into a huge chaotic fight there. They do get a free tower though, so it becomes kind of an even trade. I actually think that might favor Virtus a little more, just getting that tower. It's global gold for their team. And Dragon
it
is
gives
up
them-
here, so a
Gives
lot
them
of
bit
wards
more
coming
map
down.
Control. Yeah, so Virtus just gonna de-ward. They are gonna start hitting it over the wall.
Yeah,
The Power Pops, they don't have vision on this at all.
they have no idea.
Let's see if they can scout it.
See, I like what
Yeah,
Virtus is
now it
doing.
looks
They're
like it's
showing
gonna be
two
free.
guys mid. I like this a lot from Virtus. Showing two guys mid to like make it seem like they weren't doing Dragon, right? Showing some presence on the map, but they just snuck the Dragon with three of them. A very, very good play there from Virtus.
Yep, just getting the D-wards off. Like you said, rotating two people mid. You know, it doesn't look like they're doing it, but they instantly blow it up with Vince tagging over the wall as well as S-Wrath.
Esrath.
I can't wait to
buff here.
see what S-Wrath can do in these team fights this game.
Yeah, me too. But I mean, PowerPops is doing very well to still stay in this game. They're a dragon behind and a tower behind, and they're only like 600, almost 1,000 gold behind, which isn't too much. They do land a good slow from Crystal onto Cleopatra, but they can't follow up really. This Godzilla skin. I love it. I love the Godzilla skin. Looks awesome. So I want to see a little more split pushing come out for these teams. Here's Mikio. He's gonna start split pushing out for PowerPops. The vision coming out from PowerPops isn't
Nice.
too strong or too
That was a
good.
nice buff steal from Crystal there, over the wall.
Oh, she just shot her. Oh no, it was actually. Oh yeah, it was Crystal that stole it. Sorry. I was looking at Esrath. I was like, he has a buff too. Mikio is putting a little split push on. He has no vision here though, so but he's very smart and just backs up, just pushes creeps into the tower. And Aiden putting pressure on top. This is very good from PowerPops. Very good rotations around the map. Putting pressure on two sides of the map, make them rotate bottom, and they get a free tower top. I really like that from PowerPops. Good play there. Ooh, they jump in though. He does get stunned up. Aiden does get blown up. Mikio gets Finn so low. They're trying to turn this around. Crystal does drop her out. She does get this the freeze off onto Guan Yu, but they can't really follow up with too much. They're all trying to put some damage.
There.
Ooh, good little damage from Rockman over the side of the wall.
Yeah, look at Crystal.
Zakar just spawned, by the way. He just spawned.
Good rotations from Virtus there. They saw that they had an opportunity to kill Aiden, so they TP'd right to the creeps. They knew Illusion was down.
Guan Yu jumps in.
Guan Yu, he is going to initiate onto Crystal. He is going to spin though. But Esrath, he is going to go in ham here. They're all really low.
Oh, Cleo! Solo! She does die! Rockman! Using that Starfall!
Oh, but look at the split push from PowerPops here.
Yeah, I like it from
Mikio.
Mikio.
Tower mid.
I think he
is in a
gets
lot of
out,
trouble,
too.
though.
I think he can get out here. Rockman doesn't really have any stuns. They're not able to catch him. So a tower and a kill for one tower, and Aiden was kind of just free farming. Does steal the buff as well. But Zakar is up, and Virtus is starting to do it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is a good play from Virtus here. I want to see Aiden shoot his illusion over the wall.
Here it is, here it is. It's gonna go down. Who gets it? And it's a big. I don't even know who got Zakar. Rockman does get Zakar. So they're going in here. Mikio, Burnator jumping onto the backline, onto this Crystal. Rockman does finish off a kill onto Mikio. Crystal solo, Burnator in here by himself as his whole team is dead.
And it's a team wipe. That's 5 for 1 there for
And
Virtus.
Zakar.
And Zakar.
They just took too long to get in there. That was the big problem from PowerPops. By the time they got in there, the Zakar was already very low, and Rockman just finished it off with his Starfall
Yeah,
damage.
having that buff for the entire team fight was huge for Virtus there.
Very big. And they're just rotating around the map now, trying to get some free towers here, trying to make their gold lead even bigger. 51k right now to 41k.
It looks
so
like Virtus might be
binding
overstaying,
arrow. Guan Yu does go in. Can't land. Or sorry, Mikio does go in. Pops his ultimate. Doesn't really kill anyone. Burnator in there. They do drop one guy. And they get a return. Oh, they do get a return kill onto Mikio. So it's a 1-for-1. It's a favorable trade for PowerPops. They need this.
Yeah, but their tower just got shredded there.
Yeah, but I still think it's oh good damage out. Esrath dropping solo Aiden. Oh my god, cannot get the kill. Oh, that was almost a huge kill from Cleo and Aiden onto Esrath, who is their top farmer right now. They are gonna get a free dragon here though, Virtus.
Yeah, Virtus was staying a little bit too long there. They should have just backed up right away, but lucky that Esrath made it out. So they just peel back and they get dragon and, you know, extend the gold lead. 10k or 11k, sorry.
Yeah. Not looking too hot for PowerPops. So what do you think they need to do? I think their biggest issue right now is just Guan Yu just has no farm. He's not really able to be that front line. We saw him try to be that front line in the last fight, and he kind of just got blown up because he doesn't have enough items to actually defend himself or keep himself alive. So with that happening, there's only Burnator that's kind of a front liner, and the rest of their team are very squishy. So that could be an issue for them coming up in these next team fights.
Yeah, it's just a bit unfortunate that he was DC'd once again for the first 5 minutes of the game, but let's see if they can recover. I think that their team comp is, you know, it's well thought out, and you know, they just need to take a good fight in their base. I feel like they can't take a fight outside.
Yeah, I feel like they have very good high ground defense. Like, Aiden needs to get out here. So does Burnator. They are going to try to fight. Good damage coming up from Cleopatra. She does jump in. Nico has a huge ult. Burnator goes in too. Rockman getting solo. Good kill from Guan Yu. Or Aiden finishes him off. It's not bad, 1-for-1, it's okay, but they need to stay high ground. They have very good poke and wave clear. With this Cleo and Aiden and Mikio, they can just deal damage from their high ground and behind towers.
Oh, but Zakar buff does wear off now, so if PowerPops wanted to fight outside base now, I think this would be the time, but...
Nope, Virtus doing a good job just pushing their lanes though, keeping lanes pushed, keeping PowerPops on edge, making them feel scared. Good vision there from Aiden, putting out the illusion, knowing that they're all in the jungle now, so they do rotate top to defend this tower. It's a good job there from Zay, who's playing Aiden. Burnator could get caught out here, but just some poke damage from Crystal. Ezrath is gonna go take this tower. I like this. PowerPops just giving up the tower. I really do like that. We saw a lot of issues happen from other teams where they try to defend these outer towers and kind of throw the game. There's no need to. Just give it up. You're already behind so much. It's a lot easier to defend these high ground towers.
Yeah, because once you get, you know, to the 15-minute mark, gold doesn't really matter after that. Both teams pretty much have full build, so I like this from PowerPops. You know, they just wait it out. You know, take a good fight under your base, under your towers in your base, and try and win a good fight and turn the game around.
Yeah, talking about builds here, we see Ezrath getting an Emperor's Armor. I really like this item. It boosts your teammates' attack speed and reduces enemy team's actual armor, and they do have two attack damage dealers on the team, so it will allow them to output a lot more damage. It's a good pickup there from Ezrath. And it gives him armor as well, actually, just stay in fights a lot more. They're very behind though, almost 20k gold, or more than sorry, not 20k, 13k.
If you can see Vince's build, I'd actually like to see him build a shapeshifters. I feel like it's something that you pretty much need on a Vince, especially with that ult range.
Yeah, it's
and
very strong.
Because you went Igneos with that mana bird, his illusion will be able to mana bird as well. So I like to see that, but it looks like Rockman actually might get caught out here. But
no, he does use a speed boost. It's a nice little sprint he has. It's good there.
Dinosaur, sprinting dinosaur.
Godzilla is sprinting around the map, causing terror in PowerPops village. That's for sure. Dragon does get killed solo by Ezrath. This might be a fight here. Scary. Aiden does stun.
He does have the attack buff, so this is gonna be pretty big for this fight. They should force something here.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the gold difference just from the carries. Roughly 5k. Aiden has 17k. Vince with 22. So their power damage, or their power spike rather, is a little bit bigger. So I think PowerPops really needs to play this defensively. They do find the binding arrow. They're trying to find. They know Zakar's up, but it might be smart to give it up or try to get a steal. But I don't know about engaging. Guan Yu is gonna try to engage. He gets Crystal very low. Godzilla's in the background. Rather, Rockman is. Guan Yu does jump in. They do steal it. This is a good fight for them. Possibly huge kill there from Ezrath. Does blow up Burninator. Two of them down. Mikio does drop his ult. Very strange there. He might get blown up for this, but he doesn't. So 3 for 0, sorry. Guan Yu, Cleo, and Burnator all go down, but they can't really push the lanes right now. Mid lane's pushed. They are going to push through bottom. I'm not sure they're going to be able to get much out of this, though, unless they find a kill here.
Nice binding arrow there.
Yeah, that's good. Nice, they do use the shield. Oh, they're just chunking this tower. Yeah, this tower's going to go down. Oh, the binding arrow does miss. Kind of whiffs that binding arrow. Yeah, I didn't like that fight they took on Zakar. I think it's more worth... They didn't steal it, but when they stole it, already two of them were so low that they don't really get the Zakar buff anyway, and they just die. I think it was Guan Yu who went in right away, and then Cleo tried to jump in as well, which kind of just... They didn't really have a Zakar buff at that point, right? Only 3 of them, so it was a 3v5.
Guan Yu, he jumped right into the pit, and he's the one that stole it. I feel like
no, Aiden stole it over the wall.
Aiden stole it over the wall. Okay,
yeah.
Well, I feel like Guan Yu should have been the only one deep in that fight there, but because Cleo went in as well, they just like had to commit at that point. But I feel they would have sat back and just let Aiden steal it over the wall and just they sacrificed one for Zakar. I feel like that's a good trade. Like
Yeah, they might have not lost the base turret. Should have been really good. Aiden just poking damage at Godzilla, but Godzilla does not care. And by Godzilla, I am referring to Rockman, just so everyone knows. It's just, I know a lot of people like to call him Godzilla, because, I mean, he looks like Godzilla. Just pushing out the mid lane here. I like these wards out.
Oh, but Crystal's top. They should really go on this, but
Yeah, I don't think they have no vision, though. If you look at their wards, they have one ward in their top jungle, one in their bottom jungle, but very defensive, like in their area of the jungle. So they don't really have vision of that Crystal not being there. So I think it was kind of smart since they didn't have vision just to disengage here.
Ooh, just misses the binding arrow there.
Yeah, on the Crystal. Crystal does have an attack buff here. Oh, Rockman just gonna run in, tanking the turrets. Good damage
Look at the
there.
damage output from Vince though.
Yeah, Rockman's so low right now. Mikio does use his ultimate. Rockman jumps in, lands a two-man stun. Guan Yu does land a snare too. Drops solo. Cleo gets a finishes someone off. Aiden just trying to poke at them. Good binding arrow there, but he can't secure any kill. Crystal does go down, but 3 goes down for PowerPops.
But these two, they do have the Zakar buff, and they're relatively low.
They're also very strong damage dealers. I think if he lands a binding arrow, they can go on this, but I don't think they can hold this tower. Huge ult from Ezra, and he gets chunked. Aiden just gets absolutely blown up. What a play there by Mince. Just jumps in, lands a 2-man ultimate, and yeah, they just know it's over. Game 2 going to Virtus.
Victory.
Big game there from Virtus. I mean, we did say we preferred PowerPops as lineup, but Virtus looks like they proved us wrong.
Yeah, like PowerPops, they did have the DC. I'm not saying that's really why they lost, but
Plays a factor.
yeah, it is a big factor, especially on the Guan Yu, where he's most of your dive. But Virtus just, they played it really, really well. I was pretty shocked when they picked Rockman, but they proved us wrong. That he was able to just get in there and tank while Vince was just shredding towers. So that I guess it was a very good pick.
He was kind of just like he kind of played a very similar factor to the Sun Wukong, not in terms of like going in and being able to assassinate someone, but kind of just a distraction, just running in, being this big tanky guy, running in while Ezrath and Vince and Crystal, all these guys in the backline, just outputting damage and landing stuns while Pandora's landing her stuns, all this stuff. So it's I mean. I really liked it from Virtus. They played it really well.
Yeah, like you saw Rockman, he literally popped his speed and just ran up the cliff. And 2 seconds later, you looked at the tower and Vince like dropped it to literally like it had 50 HP left.
Yeah,
so
he was just a huge distraction. So they played their comp very well. I think the PowerPops need to get a lot more done in the early game. With their lineup, especially because as soon as they fell behind, they just allowed Rockman to just be such a tanky threat that they weren't even able to bring him down when he did do crazy dives like that. And usually, like if you saw Guan Yu do the same thing, he wasn't able to. He would just get blown up. So that's what happens when you fall very far behind and allow the other tanks just to get so big and so tanky. But that's game 2 of Virtus does win over PowerPop. So all you PowerPop fans, sorry, you guys are just gonna have to stick to your Pop Tarts and have fun with that because game 1 of the next series will be coming up. This series is done. Virtus 2-0 over PowerPop. We'll be back shortly, guys. The next series will be up very soon. Thanks for sticking around.